As Nigeria celebrates 57 years of independence, Ogun State Governor Ibikilo Amosun wants Nigerians to focus on factors that unite the country and not those that divide it. He also wants Nigerians to take advantage of the country's huge population for its socio-economic development. Governor Amosun also spoke on the potential in Ogun State and asked investors to tap into them.
Yes, people can say we should restructure. For me, anything that will divide us, we should not even go near it. We may have our differences, we will certainly do. First, our population, our size, but that should be our strength, really. Nations that have succeeded, that are doing so well, we will say that population is on their side. And that is why for us, as an administration, we know to be in our interest to create an enabling environment for business to thrive. We have the #1 destination for industries in Nigeria. We have the largest concentration of industry in the entire nation.
Zamfara State Government has sacked a judge, Justice Musa Anka, for allegedly receiving a bribe of 200,000 naira from one Zubairu Abdul Malik in order to deliver a judgment in his favor. The sack follows a recommendation by the National Judicial Council in the year 2011. The council at its 83rd meeting, constituted to investigate various allegations against judicial officers across the country, described the approval of the state government as welcoming. The council at the meeting also dismissed petitions against Justice John Soho of the Federal High Court and Justice Oluwatoyin Akeredolu, acting Chief Judge of Ondo State, as the petitioners withdrew their petitions. The petitions against Justice Chibrike Eruba of the High Court of Justice, Abia State, and the Grand Qadi of the Sharia Court of Appeal in Kano, as well as 27 others, were dismissed for lack of merit. And from there, it's on to our Abuja studios, where Markwe Ogun is waiting with more stories. How are you, Markwe?
Well, it's great to see you, Ladi. Thank you. Peace may have returned to some communities in Yobe State, but the persons displaced by the Boko Haram insurgency in the area appear to be finding it difficult settling to normal life. They are appealing to government at all levels, as well as non-governmental organizations and well-meaning individuals to intervene in their resettlement process. The returning IDP say they're in dire need of food and other basic necessities of life.
Kuma an samu an shigo ma ana ta dar ya me zai faru tun hankali yana tashi har hankali kowa ya kwanta.
With the return of relative peace in conflict-ravaged Yobe State, some communities in Gujuba and Gulani local government areas of the state have since returned to their homes to try and get on with life. But that has not been easy. The sight of destroyed health facilities, schools and water supply, as well as public and private structures, remain visible with unpleasant memories. Despite some interventions by some government and non-governmental organizations, residents are calling for more assistance.
The problem facing this community, one, is where you can put yourself, that is shelter. Two, we have the problem of what to eat. Though there are some donor agencies bringing in materials, and the state government definitely helped in no small means. They have brought in quite a number of food items and non-food items into the village.
Gaskiya abin da yake damu garin nan abinci ne. Da yanayin zama yanayin gidaje babu kowane gidajen sarudoshe yanda zai gyara gida ma yayi wahala ga neman abinci. Wani lokaci ana sai amma mutanen jeji hisabila sun fi siya. Don na gari ya samu kudi abin da zai zo wani sai yayi bare ma.
At the moment, the returnees have returned to their means of livelihood following the resumption of farming activities awaiting harvest, just as firewood business thrives on major highway, with buyers and sellers expressing their happiness for the return of peace in the area.
Yanan kasuwa ma yana tafiya amma dai ba sosai dai kamar yanda dai muke ci da ba. Gaskiya yanzu kan ba wani abu.
The village head of Katarko appeals to government and other individuals to intensify the various interventions as the people work towards overcoming their current challenges.
So, har yanzu gwamnati kasu ga gidanmu. Kuma ga dakuna babu, gurin kwanciya babu. Yanzu shi yamma haka an kawo kwano, an bamu, an kawo
As the people continue to work towards living their normal life in a peaceful society, the intervention of the Presidential Committee on Northeast Initiative and the Victim Support Fund will no doubt help reduce the suffering of the people.
Meanwhile, Adamawa State is to begin a review of the proposed construction of a hydroelectric power plant along the Kiri Dam in Guyuk local government area of the state. An explanation for the stalled project has been offered by the Commissioner for Information, Mr. Ahmad Sajo, who said that Boko Haram insurgency affected the initial attempt by the previous administration to construct the power plant. This is Kiri Dam, located in Guyuk local government area of Adamawa State. The dam construction was a joint venture between the federal government and the Commonwealth Development Corporation, London. The purpose of the dam, according to the project manager, Mr. Austin Okoye, was to supply water to the Savannah Sugar Company of Nigeria.
The Savannah Sugar Company was under the Ministry of Commerce that time. So they constructed the dam to irrigate about 12,000 hectares of sugar estates. So along the line, policies changed. So the dam was transferred to the Ministry of Water Resources. And the Upper Benue River Basin Authority, being a parasite under the Ministry of Water Resources, the whole thing is under our own jurisdiction. That's why we are manning the dam.
The major source of water to the dam is Gongola River. It's 1.2 kilometers long and 20 meters high. The dam has a reservoir capacity of about 615 million cubic meters. But over the years, Kiri Dam has been underutilized.
Over time, both the federal government and the state government tinkered with expanding the benefits of the dam to include hydroelectric power generation, irrigation, of other crops other than sugarcane, fisheries and aquaculture, and of course, ecotourism.
There was also a proposal for the construction of a 35-megawatt hydroelectric power plant along the dam. So, what went wrong?
The administration of Governor Nyako, there was a proposal for hydropower, which is supposed to generate about 34 megawatts or 20 megawatts of electricity. But along the line, all the processes have been done, but we don't know what is happening now because nothing is said about that.
Now, the state government, under the then leadership of Murtala Mayaro Nyako, attempted to enter into an agreement with an American company to establish a hydropower station at the Kiri Dam. And the situation progressed. But when the Boko Haram attack became intense, the American government issued a warning to their company that their safety in this part of the Northeast was not guaranteed. So the American company packed up and left.
If the assessment carried out of the dam in 2008 is revisited, the hydroelectric power plant will definitely add to the national electricity grid and in the long run, improve power supply in the country.
The Nigerian Army has allayed fears amongst residents of the Niger Delta states of Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Delta and Rivers following the deployment of its men in that region. The deployment, according to the Army spokesperson, Colonel Aminu Ilyasu, is in line with the Nigerian Army Training Directive for the year 2017. The operation by the 6th Division Nigerian Army in Port Harcourt aims at training troops on the importance of equipment maintenance, handling of internally displaced persons, and captured or surrendered hostile elements in line with international best practices. The exercise, named Crocodile Smile 2, also targets provision of free medical services to residents, distribution of educational materials to schools, as well as the conduct of sanitation exercises with the area in focus.